Hi friends, I'm here today to read you The Lorax by Dr. Seuss. We're going to do it in 2 sessions, all right? So we'll start this one first off with the beginning, and we're going to go halfway through, and then we'll finish it up in another session. All right, The Lorax. Here's a picture. At the far end of town where the grickle grass grows, and the wind smells slow and sour when it blows, and no birds ever sing excepting old crows, is the street of the lifted Lorax. It'd be easier if I do this and then show the picture, okay? And deep in the grickle grass, some people say, if you look deep enough, you can still see today where the Lorax once stood just as long as it could before someone lifted the Lorax away. What was the Lorax? And why was it there? And why was it lifted and taken somewhere? From the far end of town where the grickle grass grows, the old one-slur still lives there. Ask him. He knows. You won't see the one-slur, don't knock at his door. He says he stays in his lurk-him at the top of the store. He lurks in his lurk-him, cold under the roof, where he makes his own clothes out of a myth-muffled moof. And on special dank midnights in August, he peeks out of the shutters, and sometimes he speaks and tells how the Lorax was lifted away. He'll tell you, perhaps, if you're willing to pay. On the end of a rope, he lets down a tin pail, and you have to toss in 15 cents and a nail, and the shell of a great-great-great-grandfather snail. The pictures are the best, aren't they? Then he pulls up the pail, makes a most careful count to see if you've paid him the proper amount. Then he hides what you've paid him away in his snoove, away in his snub, his secret strange hole in his grooveless glove. Then he grunts, I will call you by whisper-ma-phone, for the secrets I tell you are for your ears alone. Sometimes those Dr. Seuss words are hard to read, aren't they? Yeah. Grooveless glove. Slurp. Slup. Slup. Down slups the whisper-me-phone to your ear, and the old one-slur's whispers are not very clear, since they have to come down through a snurgly hose, and sounds as if he has smallish bees up his nose. Now I tell you, he says with his teeth sounding gray, how the Lorax got lifted and taken away. It started way back, such a long, long time back. Look at that phone. Oh, look at the pretty colors. Okay. Way back in the days when the grass was still green, and the pond was still wet, and the clouds were still clean, and the song of the swommy swans rang out in space, one morning I came to this glorious place, and I first saw the trees, the truffula trees, the bright-colored tufts of the truffula trees, mile after mile in the fresh morning breeze. And under the trees I saw brown barbaloots frisking about in the barbaloot suits as they played in the shade and ate truffula fruits. From the rippleless pond came the comfortable sound of the humming fish humming while splashing around. Looks like a very happy place, doesn't it? But those trees, those truffula trees, all my life I've been searching for trees such as these. The touch of their tufts which was softer than silk, and they had the sweet smell of fresh buttery milk. I felt like great leaping of joy in my heart. I wish I'd unloaded my cart. And in no time at all I had built a small shop. Then I chopped down a truffula tree with one chop. And with great skill and with speedy greed, I took the soft tuft and I knitted a thneed. Thneeds, right? Yeah, the thneeds. Here we go. Oh, the page is missing. I hope there's no writing on there. And the instant I finished, I heard a go-zoomp. I looked. I saw something pop out of the stump. If the tree had chopped down, it was sort of a man. Describe him. That's hard. I don't know if I can. Well, there's his little face right there, but look what somebody tore out of the page, out of the book. Mister, he said with a dusty sneeze, I'm the Lorax. I speak for the trees. I speak for the trees have no tongues, and I'm asking you, sir, at the top of my lungs. He was very upset as he shouted and he puffed. What's that thing you've made out of my tuffula tuft? Look, Lorax, I said, there's no cause for alarm. I just chopped one tree. I'm doing no harm. I'm being quite useful. The thing is a thneed. A thneed is a fine something that all people need. It's a shirt, it's a sock, it's a glove, it's a hat. But it has other uses, yes, far beyond that. You can use it for carpets, for pillows, for sheets, or curtains, or covers for bicycle seats. And the Lorax said, Sir, you're crazy with greed. There's no one on earth who would buy that full thneed. But that very next minute I proved he was wrong, for just that minute a chap came along, and he thought that the thneed I had knitted was great, and he happily bought it for $3.98. And I laughed at the Lorax, you poor stupid guy, you can never tell what some people will buy. I repeat, cried the Lorax, I speak for the trees. I'm busy, I told him. Shut up, if you please. I rushed across the room in no time at all, built a radio phone, and I put in a quick call. I called on my brothers, my uncles, and my aunts, and I said, listen here, here's a wonderful chance for the whole Onceler family to get mighty rich. Get over here fast, take the road to North Nitch, then turn left at Weewalk and then sharp right at South Stitch. One more page. And in no time at all in the factory I built, the whole Onceler family was working full tilt. We were all knitting thneeds as just busy as bees to the sound of the chopping of the truffula trees. Okay, that's session 1. Gonna stop. Go to session 2 when you have time.